Hey, what's up, everybody? You're watching the Jeremy Dewitte Show right here on YouTube on PoliceTube's Uncle's channel. We got new news about the Jeremy Dewitte trials that are forthcoming. As you know, he was in a couple of pre-trials this week for a couple of his charges, and we're going to be talking about those right now. All right, the first one is 2024 CF 000990. This is for failure to report change in vehicle ownership. You know, nothing too exciting. But he had a pre-trial for it today, which went on as scheduled, and the trial for it is actually going to be taking place next week, August 19th. So make sure you stay tuned for that. The pre-trial is just where they make sure that they're prepared for the trial, and it appears they are. Now, there's a second case that's also taking place, which is 2022 CF 003688. These are both in Osceola County, and that's also for 2 counts of failing to report change in vehicle ownership. Remember, there were 13 counts of this violation of parole, or probation, but they canceled 11 of them and decided not to prosecute. They're taking no action. So this trial, which the pretrial for it was yesterday, and they concurred that everything was ready. The case remains on the trial docket, and the trial will take place next week as well, also on August 19th. So both of these cases are going to be heard next week in front of Judge Keith Karstein, Jeremy's favorite judge, as you know. Now, the prosecution sent a subpoena to Jeremy Dewitte's girlfriend, Jennifer Burton, this last weekend, which apparently was received by her, and she needed to appear in court today on this 2024 CF 000990 charge so that they could interview her and see if she's going to be a presentable witness for the prosecution against Jeremy. But you know what? She disobeyed the subpoena, and she did not show up in court. So the question remains, what are they going to do about that? That's like a contempt or something, isn't it? Are they going to do anything about that? We'll see. Now, our good friend Miriam, part of the Jeremy Dewitte community here, was in court today as she was in the past days. She's reporting to us that Jeremy Dewitte was actually in court today, as were his mothers. Jeremy Dewitte, she said, was looking very, very skinny. He's lost almost all of his weight, and his head is shaven completely bald. She described him as looking withered. So I have this image here rendering what he may be looking like. Now, of course, this is hearsay. I just heard from somebody that this is what Miriam says. So it's like a friend of a friend of a friend. But I believe it. Jeremy's health is in question, and it's also in question of which groups he's hanging around with in the jail. He's been there a long time, but he's hoping that something's going to happen next week, and we will be watching. People are watching. A couple weeks ago, there was correspondence received by the members of the general public at the Osceola County Courthouse. Let's pull that up. Okay, it has private information in there that I didn't want to put on here, but it's basically an email that somebody has sent in, again, complaining about Jeremy Dewitte and the Keith Karstein judge and the Amir Ladan relationship. And why does Jeremy keep getting all these continuances? There's supposed to be no more continuances, but just a couple weeks ago, Amir Ladan filed another motion to continue. And we can go back years and years. This goes back to 2022. And he started filing motions to continue. Motion to continue. And you go through here and you'll find more. There's email correspondence from people that are annoyed. One interesting point to note is that this is all on the Osceola County website in Florida. I've heard that they've been experiencing what they thought was a hacking attack, a DDoS attack, which means their servers were being bombarded by some outside source. And they thought it was like Iran or China or North Korea or something trying to take down their system as an attack. So their administrators were looking in on this for a couple of days, because for a while the website was unavailable for a lot of people. It was just showing a black screen. And I heard that their system administrators looked in on this, and they found out that it wasn't Iran, it wasn't North Korea. It was actually just the Jeremy Dewitte community trying to download Jeremy Dewitte's cases, of which there's so many and so many documents that the courts, the county's servers couldn't handle all the requests, so they were timing things out. I heard it caused a big hubbub. They spent a lot of money investigating, but it was just the members of the general public excited about the trial in unprecedented ways that the county had never seen before. And it wasn't a malicious international digital cyber attack. It was just people being like, what's going on with Jeremy Dewitte? The community is growing so large. It's unbelievable. That's what I heard anyway. So I want you guys to stay tuned. This says that the court trial is going on. The jury trial is going to be happening next week, August 19th, which is Monday. And then this other one says that the trial is going on at the exact same time, so they're concurrent. Personally, I think Jeremy Dewitte might try to plea this out or something, combine it with his Orange County failure to register. Either that or get it continued for a later date as they work on the plea for everything. That could be. You guys are going to have to tune in next week right here on the same bat time and on the same bat station, because we'll be covering this and letting you know exactly what happens here. And again, thanks to Miriam, the court reporter, live at the Osceola County Courthouse, that's giving us all this information. Maybe not a court reporter in the standard sense, but definitely a court reporter. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay tuned, like this video, and make sure you're subscribed, because next week we're going to be bringing you a lot more information about this. Make sure you have yourself a great day.